There are really fair, substantive contrasts between them. I think those will come out. She's been wrong on virtually every single foreign policy decision. And I challenge anyone who supports her to bring up one successful thing she's done. There's really nothing. The Middle East is on fire, and that's because of Hillary Clinton.
Making Donald Trump our commander-in-chief would be a historic mistake, and it would undo so much of the work that Republicans and Democrats alike have done.
I will say this. Hillary Clinton has to go to jail, okay? She has to go to jail. Has to go.
The war of words, it's just June. Between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, let's discuss. Let's bring in the political panel right now. Amanda Carpenter, CNN political commentator, former communications director for Senator Ted Cruz. Kayleigh McEnany, CNN political commentator, Donald Trump supporter, and Patty Solis Doyle, CNN political commentator and a former campaign manager for Hillary Clinton's 2008 presidential bid. Ladies, great to see you. Thank you so much. So we heard it there we heard a lot. That was just a little taste from Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. And even their surrogates, even their advisors, Barry Bennett just on saying you couldn't get the truth out of Hillary Clinton if you waterboarded her. Where is this race going to go if this is where we are already in this pseudo start of the general election?
Well, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the GOP presidential primary. Yesterday, you had Hillary Clinton going at Trump hard. I'm questioning both his temperament and his policies. He responded by saying she doesn't look presidential. Substantive attack, trashy attack back. And so unless Hillary Clinton can succeed in doing what Republican candidates could not do and trying to stay on the issues, this is going to be Donald Trump's go-to attack every time.
And it has worked, but on the substance, where was the Donald Trump rebuttal? The point by point, she was wrong when she said that the only thing I know about foreign policy was that I ran the Miss Universe contest in Russia, or however that line of attack went, and that was just one of them. Where was that point-by-point rebuttal? You didn't hear it from him last night.
Well, I think he very clearly laid out his contrast to Hillary Clinton in his own foreign policy speech, but Donald Trump's not going to let Hillary Clinton set the terms. That's essentially what he'd be doing if he gave a point-by-point rebuttal. It looked like he was on defense, and there are really fair, substantive contrasts between them. I think those will come out. She's been wrong on virtually every single foreign policy decision, and I challenge anyone who supports her to bring up one successful thing she's done. There's really nothing. The Middle East is on fire, and that's because of Hillary Clinton. So you will see those come out.
Do you think is that smart? I mean, you could hear that probably coming from the other side if the attacks went that way. We're not going to let him control the narrative. That's what Kayleigh's saying. We're not going to let Trump's not going to let Hillary Clinton decide the grounds of this fight.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I thought yesterday's speech by Hillary Clinton was the best she's given in her campaign thus far. She was strong, she was substantive, she was presidential, and she was comfortable with what she was delivering. But the most significant thing, I think, is, you know, for the last couple of weeks, there have been a lot of stories written that the Clinton campaign really hasn't figured out how they're going to go after Donald Trump because he's so unpredictable and so volatile. Right. I think yesterday they proved that they've figured it out.
But Patty, do you think she can sustain that? I mean, that was a bruising attack. Can you sustain that?
But she went after him using his own words. She quoted him directly throughout. And then she contrasted those quotes with her own experience, her own qualifications, her own vision, and she did it with humor, and she did it with ease. And I think it was very, very effective.
But here's the thing. There's going to be no silver bullet speech that does it. And I think she did a good job at identifying problems that Republicans even see with Donald Trump. But this has to be day-to-day battle. And she did show a lot more personality than more, but this is going to be a long thing, and she's going to have to do this daily, hourly, by the minute, tweet by tweet.
And you're not in the business of giving Hillary Clinton advice, but do you, and as you well pointed out, when Republicans went toe-to-toe to him on insults, they lost.
Right.
But was what you saw yesterday different from what you saw in the Republican primary?
It was a little bit different because she blended the both pretty well, personality attacks and his policies. I mean, that blend is really the key because it's not just one or the other. It's that he doesn't understand many issues, and that when someone is ignorant and acts on ignorance, that can be very, very dangerous.
Do you think his response that she's pathetic and that she should be in jail, does he need to go further than that to fight those attacks off?
Well, the jail criticism is a fair one because she jeopardized national security by having something that's never been done, someone setting up a private server in their home. And in fact, the Espionage Act, which the FBI is investigating her under, allots for up to 10 years jail time. So that's a very fair criticism.
You are reminding me you are a student of the law. Barry Bennett just said, when I played a soundbite of Donald Trump saying, if I'm president and there's a 5-year statute of limitations, where the AG will definitely be looking into what she did. I asked him, if DOJ, if the FBI finds that there is nothing illegal that happened there, would you still want Trump to advise that the AG look into it? He said yes. Do you agree?
I completely agree because this Department of Justice has proved itself to be extraordinarily political. In order for her to be indicted, it'd have to go through 4 tiers of Obama appointees. I do not trust this administration to fully vet her, to prosecute a Secretary of State who, in any day now, Obama is going to come out in full throttle support of. I completely agree with Barry Bennett. This is a politicized Justice Department.
So no matter what comes out, you're not going to believe it unless it's charges.
No, I trust the FBI. I do trust the FBI, but I do not trust this Department of Justice to make the right decision.
All right. Guys, a lot more to discuss. Please stick around.
The Middle East is on fire, and that's because of Hillary Clinton. The Middle East is on fire, and that's because of Hillary Clinton. The Middle East is on fire, and that's because of Hillary Clinton.